subscribe, support, stay positive. Hello, folks, and welcome back to another awesome episode. Lights, camera, and let's talk of. Oh yeah! Prepare yourself to have your mind blown,
brother.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is me, none other than Mr. Tommy NC 2010.
Better fix that. Better fix that up a little bit, Tommy. There,
What'd you say?
Better.
Okay, sorry, folks. It jumped up on me this closely. It gets me off guard when I'm doing my show like this. I sometimes forget when I have to do my show. But here I am. I promised you. Oh, jeez. Okay, here I go. It's so bright in here. I have to put my, I have to put on my sunglasses because it's so bright in here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have none other than Mr. Sega Camp Gamer.
Hey, everybody.
Mr. Sega Camp Gamer. The Mark Hyder.
Hi.
And also, he's away from his chair right now, drinking on some koozie wine. Mr. Antler Vlogs. Anthony, I muted you because you were playing.
Yeah, I told you. I would mute it when the show starts. You don't have to.
Yeah, I muted you when because you guys were watching the Christmas special, The Simpsons.
Yeah, but I told you it was over when it started. All you had to do was you didn't have to do that because we were going to start anyways. Anyways,
Hi.
Hello, and I got to get some eggnog for this Christmas special.
So, folks, Christmas is around the bend. I can't wait. It's gonna be here and gone. So tonight, folks, my guest is Mr. Ed. No, not Mr. Ed the horse that goes when you put peanut butter in his mouth. He talks. No. This is Ed. He lives in Seattle, Washington, and right near the Chris Pirillo house. Actually, no, he doesn't live next to Chris Pirillo. But how you doing tonight, Ed?
I'm doing good, Tommy. How are you doing?
Although it would be funny if you actually did live next door to Chris Pirillo and never knew it.
So.
Oh yes, exactly.
I'm gonna get into the interview. Let's knock this out of the park. Okay. So, Ed, what inspired you to get here on YouTube? I know you have one video. I've checked your channel, and it's a growing channel. What inspired you to get here on YouTube?
Well, that's right. I've just got one video right now, but things have been going fast. It seems like I just got my camera last week. Well, I guess it was last week. And, so now all of a sudden I've got a video up on YouTube, and I got over 40 views, in just a couple hours. So that was exciting. And what inspired me was, the Food Dude Review Crew with you and Hamza. When I checked those videos out, I thought, well, I'll just watch one to be nice. And, boy, it was really nice to kind of see Black Mountain. I used to live there myself. So it was nice to see all the scenery of Black Mountain again. And with a couple of old friends, it made me feel like I was back in town, for 10 or 15 minutes at a time. So, boy, I decided, I'd go out and I'd get a camera of my own. And I thought it'd be a nice way to, have fun, get out of the house. And also, hook up with a couple of people, that have same kind of interests, same kind of hobby, whether they're close or far away.
Now, the thing is, I understand that you after you stopped. Now, okay, folks, the Food Dude Review Crew is a new channel. Me and Hans have been starting up. We've been keeping it kind of hush-hush because we've been working on keeping it local. But it's the youtube.com/Food Dude Review Crew, and you can check it out. All our awesome videos. Remember to like and share our videos with if you come to Black Mountain, try the restaurants we go to, because it gives more support to the businesses, the local businesses here in Black Mountain and in Swano and Asheville. But I understand that you came across my channel. You didn't realize how much of a ballpark I had actually made here on YouTube. I understand that.
That's right. After the Food Dude Review Crew, I decided to check out your videos. And I knew that you had been making videos for a while, but I didn't know that you had so many different shows going on. You have Tommy Talks, and you also have day vlogs where you walk around Black Mountain, and I love, like I said, I love seeing that. And then you also do movie reviews, and that's nice too, because I like movies. So, yeah, once I started on your videos, it was like a roller coaster. I ended up watching Mr. Sega Camp's videos, and I enjoyed them too. And it's just been crazy ever since the Food Dude Review Crew came out. I never thought I'd see so much interesting content from everybody.
Wow, that really surprises me that me and Hamza started that so early, and you kind of got into YouTube videos because we were doing food reviews.
That's right.
You know? A little bit parched, so a little diet soda in the cup. Excuse me. Sorry, I don't mean to do that. I was trying to get all that out before broadcast. Everybody farts. It's like the book Everybody Poops. You know?
You got a cup right there. I'm
How
gonna
about
go
the
get
book
myself some eggs. I'll be right back.
How about the book Everybody Internally Combusts?
I haven't read that one.
I know. They would never make a book like that, because if they made a book like that, people would be very frightened just to do anything in life, because that means you basically explode into fire, that your body eternally explodes and you catch on fire, and no one's ever explained it. There's like in situations with old ladies, people, where you find an ash pile of somebody, but that's getting off topic. I need to interview you. So, what is the future for your YouTube channel, and what are you going to be doing in Seattle exactly? Are you going to explore and extend yourself out to other YouTubers? There's Barnacules Nerdgasm, and there's Chris Perillo in Seattle, and trying to think who else is in Seattle. Anthony, you know anybody? What other vloggers are in Seattle?
Well, they're not really vloggers, but they are tech people, and they are Jupiter Broadcasting. And he's a friend of Chris's, and his name is Matt.
There are a lot of tech people out here. That's about all we have out here. But as far as the future, I guess let's start at the start. You know, I thought it'd be cool.
As well.
I thought it'd be cool, you know, to make videos about the Northwest. You know, since I just moved out here, you know, fairly recently from the East Coast. So that's what I'm doing, and the first video I made was about the Boeing factory, you know, where they make airplanes, they paint, you know, airplanes and do maintenance there and all that. So it came out short, you know, it was about 2.5 minutes long, but for a first video, you know, that's good. I wanted to leave people wanting more instead of feeling bored. So that's where it's starting out, and as far as where it goes, you know, I'd like to just keep going in the same direction, I guess, you know, but hopefully get better with the editing and the producing and that kind of stuff.
Now, Ed, I have some advice for you.
Okay, go ahead.
As a fellow YouTuber, one thing you should really have, should have a separate YouTube channel, you should have a separate Twitter account, a separate Facebook account for your fan page, because you don't want all your fans coming after your main page, because that really kind of bothers you. So the thing is, you should actually have a set-up fan page, and also a fan page if you're doing separate shows. Like, I do Tommy Talks, and I have Tommy Talks set up, and I have the Tommy NC 2010 channel, and then I have the Funktaculous channel, but the Funktaculous Facebook, and you know, the YouTube, different ones. So you should really think about setting stuff up like that, because once you get big, Anthony can even tell you that people try to look for your info, and they try to search up your real name. People know my name because of the MTV episode, but the thing is that I like to prefer when I call myself Tommy NC 2010.
Well,
Now,
that's true, Tommy. So that's why I want to say that the name of the account that I set up was Eddie Explores. So that's all you got to type in on YouTube. Funky little rule with YouTube now. I guess just last month or in the last 2 weeks, they changed their rules, and I can't get a custom name on here until I have 500 subscribers. So, I can't give any name or anything like that on YouTube, but you can still, just search Eddie Explores, and, if you want to check out the first video I made.
I smell burnt popcorn. Did somebody burn popcorn? I could smell it. Yeah, my dad burnt popcorn. I always can smell that burnt popcorn smell. You can never get rid of it. It's one of the nastiest smells besides cooking fish in your house. And I hate cooking fish in the house. It smells rotten. It smells nasty. 2 days after you cook the fish.
I work at the movie theater. That sometimes happens as well, being in the popper for too long, and it just gets across the theater, and it goes right through the lobby, and everybody can smell it, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, I'll bet
so
he
it's
smells
like,
it
what
every
is
day.
that?
Eddie,
Terrible smell.
you said that YouTube now makes you have to have 500 subscribers just to get a custom name now?
That's
Now,
right,
guys,
Anthony.
one at a time. One at a
Wow,
time.
they never used to do
What were you saying,
that.
Anthony?
Well, Eddie was saying now to get a custom name on YouTube, you have to have 500 subscribers. That's something they didn't do before.
It just started at the beginning of December, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I actually had
like
to.
a custom
Like
name,
that for
then
access for
custom
quite a
name
while. I
in your
know that
URL?
James and
Or-
Ken noted Cinemassacre, and James's second account, which was Cinemassacre, now is actually being referred to as James Rolfe.
Yeah.
So they did kind of change them, or they did do some. I see James, or maybe it might have been Mike as well, though. Mike Matei. They kind of did change the YouTube accounts around a bit.
Well, for instance, they changed my account to my real name, and I had to actually make a loophole and make a separate Google Plus account and attach my YouTube to this other separate YouTube Google Plus account just to get the name Tommy and C2010 again. Just to use my alias again, and I was going to go with it, but Anthony actually helped me out, really helped me out with that. Back on topic, my interview with you, Ed. So Ed, now I understand we've talked because we've been in contact with each other, and I got you on Tommy Talks to help you boost your channel. Now here's what I need to tell you to do. You need to tweak your YouTube channel a little bit. I checked it out, and Anthony maybe can help you, or Mark can help you with that tweaking to show. Here's the thing: you make a main video. You basically say, "Hey, I'm Ed, and I go around Seattle, and I do all sorts of awesome things. We go check out awesome things and do things." I mean,
As well, though, Ed, here's another little helpful tip. Just make like an introductory video, and then put that on the channel. That way, then when people come to your channel, they see that video and be like, "Oh, okay, now I know who this guy is." And then maybe they may see, and maybe they may think, "Okay, should I subscribe or not?"
Maybe in my next video I should make like a opening sequence,
like
which is something I didn't do in this video.
Like Ed, you did come across my channel. You know how you come across my channel, and I have that little introductory video.
That's right.
That's the way. That's what you need to do. You need to try and make like a channel introduction video. I'm planning to make another one by next year.
just like me, Ed, I have an introduction video also. Mark Hyder edited the video, if you don't know that, and Mark Hyder edited the walking video with the music in it. Thank you to Mark Hyder, and also thank you to Anthric Vlogs for his music for the movie. What was it called? Adventure? No, wait a minute. Shoot, I forgot the name of it.
Michaels.
What'd you say?
The Michaels.
I can't hear you, Anthony. What are you saying?
Mark said it, main course.
Main course, yes, the main course. Just a second. I have to turn this up.
And you know, Tommy, the video you're talking about where you were walking
You
through
sure,
Black
Tommy, we're not gonna get any red flags coming over this channel or this hangout?
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm just a little worried. Copyright bylaws.
What do you mean by copyright? Oh, you mean Anthony's music?
Yeah.
Oh no, Anthony's music is his music. He
Yeah.
produced
See,
it.
I own the copyright to it, so I control it.
Oh, okay. As long as Anthony says it's okay, go right ahead.
Yeah, it's his own music.
Because Anthony made the music with his parents, actually, when he was younger, before I knew him. And actually, it's funny, it's because I met Anthony because of Vlogger Fair, the original Vlogger Fair, and then I met Mark Hyder. And then this, as I say, it's like a snowstorm, and then that little pebble falls off the railroad tracks, and it rolls, and finally it hits the village and destroys, and there's snow everywhere, and people are covered by snow. Nobody knows who's dead or alive. But it's kind of a vicious picture right there. But I always use that side effect. I always use that mode of appeal. But let me think here. So, Mr. Ed, has anybody ever called you Mr. Ed like that?
No, and I don't appreciate that.
Sorry. What? Ed Explores. Ed Explores. I'm sorry.
Eddie Explores. That's right.
Eddie Explores. I hope I just didn't.
And
I apologize if people start calling you that name. I'm sorry about that.
one thing I wanted to say, Tommy, is the video you were mentioning where you walk through Black Mountain with the music playing. I think you and I were influenced by the same thing in our videos, which is like a music video. So what I did, is since I'm new to the camera, I wasn't so comfortable, just jumping in front of it and being an actor. So I made my video kind of like a music video, and I put some music in there, and it came out good. Everything I wanted to say, I just used little speech bubbles that I designed in Photoshop. So it came out kind of like a pop-up video, on VH1 if you've ever seen them. And I was pretty happy with that. I was kind of surprised.
Okay, Ed, do me a favor. Do you see what I'm doing here?
I do, Tommy.
Pull out your camera for a second.
Oh, you know what? I think it's across in the other room. I'd have to get up and walk away, leave the broadcast. But I do have it.
Just a second. I want to show you. Watch what I do, okay? Hello, folks. It's me, Tommy NC2010, and I'm here on Tommy Talks with Ed Explores, Eddie Explores, and just having an amazing time. And look at that DVD collection, and oh yeah, you can thank the Cinema Stalker for this.
Yeah, look at that DVD collection. Look at it.
Ooh,
Look at that DVD collection. Bam, bam. Vlogging is simple as talking like, hey, buddy, how you doing there? Have you had a beer today? Because I'd love to have a pint with you. A nice, good pint. And have you gone under the pub? Oh, Pinky Blinders? You watch some Pinky Blinders all day? Well, look, I'm glad you watched some Pinky Blinders.
And if I could,
That's the day vlog now, Tommy. That's the day vlog.
if I could, I know Anthony also saw the video. What was Anthony's opinion on it? Do you feel like the speech, bubbles that I used, do you feel like they got enough of a point across, or do you think I could have?
They
Oh,
did. They really helped, because I even do something similar to that in my vlogs, where if there's something that I forgot to say in the vlog, it makes it very easy to put like something there, like where you're at, what this is about, and I really like that because it's something I do myself, not with speech bubbles, but with text at the bottom. But I really like that.
I thought that was a nice way to enjoy being a director and a producer without, being bashful about being an actor.
Did you put that using YouTube adaptations, or did you put it in editing?
I did everything. The artwork I all did in Photoshop, and then all the video editing I did in Sony Vegas.
Okay.
Now, Ed, here's the thing. You don't have to feel everybody at once feels shy about videoing, taping themselves, but a lot of times, I know you don't have that fear about vlogging in public. Well, here's the thing: start out with your vlogging in your house, and then slowly, progressively work yourself outside, like stepping outside of your house, your newspaper, or going out to your mailbox to get your mail, or it takes time. And me, I'm just used to the camera. I'm used to vlogging in public because I don't know if you watched some of my original videos. I was just used to making videos, and out of the thousands of videos I've made in the past. Uh, I was just so used to going outside and vlogging because I didn't want to stay inside all day and just absolutely just stay in my house. I just wanted to go outside and explore. Now, half of my videos used to be old videos of me talking about a rivalry with my friend Ryan O'Doodle.
Doodle.
And they're quite interesting. They're pretty funny. Now, honestly, I'm going to say that rivalry wasn't real. It was fake. It was like staged, like the Nostalgia Critic and the Angry Video Game Nerd. That's what inspired me to do that. I found somebody, it wasn't exactly popular as me, and we were both working our ways up, but he kind of stopped making YouTube videos, and he went out to do his own thing. But, we had a fake script fight. You can watch that on the channel. The music is all custom made. But Eddie, the one thing about it is being here on YouTube, it's very expressive and very entertaining. And everybody can tell you here, Ed, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love this park. I mean,
One question I also have, Tommy, speaking of interesting and entertaining people, I was wondering if you could send Hamza the link to the Google Hangout. He just messaged me a second ago.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did, and he's great at asking me questions and things.
Alright, well, let me send you a link. I didn't think Hamza would still be up. He's kind of a night bug, if you know what I mean. He gets home and he's like, as soon as the sun goes down, I just fall asleep. I just like, I just love to fall asleep. That's what happens, basically.
Really, Tommy? I've seen him here a few times on your show. I'm pretty sure.
I know, but the thing is, he's always said in the past, and he's always said to me, basically, I'm just going to fall asleep. As soon as the sun goes down, I just fall asleep. But, Hans, I sent you the link to the Hangout, and I hope you can join us.
Sam talked to me as well, Tommy.
Okay.
And in the meantime, Tommy, is there anything else you think the people would like to know about my channel, or anything else you'd like to know?
Has there been anybody else that has inspired you besides me and Hans and the Food Dude Review crew? Has there anything else that has opened up your eyes to hear on YouTube besides us? Oops.
Well, as we touched base on, pretty much you guys, as far as the YouTube side. After I watched your videos, I started to watch Sega Camp's videos, and he also inspired me in a way. He kind of inspired me that you can do almost anything on YouTube, and people, there's people out there that'll be interested in it. So that's on the YouTube side. And then for my first video that I made, and I think this is the format that I'm going to stick with for a little while, but on the first video I made, I was influenced by, as I said, pop-up videos on VH1 and, different music videos.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hamza Vlogs. Well, it's Vlog Hamza, but Vlogging Hamza.
And the other half of the Food Dude Review crew.
What's happening, guys?
Not much, Hamza. How are you doing? I'm surprised you're still awake right now, because I know you're kind of a night crawler, a night sleeper, if you know what I mean.
Well, a night crawler's a worm. And that's what the early bird catches, man. So if you are what you eat, that's what I am, because I'm the early bird. But, I knew you were interviewing Eddie Explorers tonight, and I wouldn't miss that for, less than half a pint of beans. So I figured I'd stay up, and also I was editing some videos, one of yours and one of mine, that you emailed me earlier today. So I was
So,
busy.
are you going to combine those videos together, Hamza, as one video, or are you going to make those separate?
I always upload videos separately. I'm a big fan of the short video, and that's what I was going to say to Ed, is that, I was glad to hear that you actually enjoyed seeing some of the longer Food Dude Review Crew videos, because a lot of Tommy NC 2010's colleagues and esteemed, fellow YouTubers have criticized the length of the videos, saying, oh, they should all be really short. They should be really short videos, like 3 minutes, because apparently, according to some huge statistical study, the ideal attention span of the average YouTuber is 3 minutes. So,
I don't necessarily agree. I think part of it, has to do with the content you have. And like if you heard, especially for somebody like me, the content is great. I get to revisit, old stomping grounds. And then part of it is your editing, as well, and how you produce it. And that's good too. I mean, you guys do impersonations. You guys give a little bit of history, and stuff like that. I think it's a good channel.
I'm just so I want to say I'm thrilled that somebody out there appreciates all that stuff, because I figured that maybe me and Tommy were the only people that really actually knew about everything going on. So I just want to thank you for actually taking the time to watch those videos.
And Hamza, now that you're here, can I also ask your opinion on my video? What did you think? What were your impressions of it?
Well, it reminded me of a movie that I watched at what they call the Omniverse Theater in Philadelphia at the Franklin Institute. It's a place named after Ben Franklin, and it's got all these really cool technological exhibits and stuff. And they have this thing called the Omniverse Theater, which has a video screen that is like super wide, like panoramic, and also goes up onto the ceiling. And I remember seeing a video there as a kid for one of my birthday parties, like when I was in first grade or something, of some cars driving around town and going to some different places. And, so to me, in a way, it was kind of nostalgic, even though that's not what you intended it to be, but just because to me it was smooth, it was relaxing, it was easy to watch, and, it wasn't like, some things seem to slow down time, and you feel like 1 minute takes an hour to go by, but your video was the other way around, man. I felt like when it was over, I was like, I need more, man. I wanted more. So I think it was really good, man. It was really nice. And like I said, I left a comment, and like I said in the comment, it was almost as if I felt like I was in the car with you. I almost said, hey, slow down. Don't bump into that guy's bumper, man.
I actually saw it, too. It seemed interesting, like you're just showing this place going by, and I'm sorry, I really don't know what really much to say though. It was good though, I will say that much.
Sega Camp has more of an interest in video game videos than vlogs, really. So
Yeah,
I wanted to ask.
That's my only problem though. The moment I see someone do a Let's Play or something, I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm stoked. Go to see that.
Hey Sega. What's in your eggnog, man? Are you drinking straight eggnog, or is there something in there?
It's straight eggnog, Hans.
Okay.
What, do you think this looks like something of something different?
Well,
like I put a little rum in this.
I just didn't know. I mean, I know you're a laughing, happy guy, and it just struck me when you started talking about Eddie Explorer's first video, and then you said, I don't know what I was gonna say about it. I just thought maybe it's the eggnog.
Honestly,
No.
I wanted to say something about you, Hamza. You know who me and you remind me of? The Johnny Carson show. You're kind of like my Ed Sullivan. I'm Johnny Carson.
That's a great analogy. That's true.
How's this? You know,
What?
he's like,
Tommy, come on! I thought you were more of like an Ed Sullivan. Like you got all these people coming here to watch your show. I think you
No,
should be the Ed Sullivan. You know, when Ed Sullivan did his show, everybody watched him. Everybody seen his show.
you know something interesting about Ed Sullivan was everybody. Hold on a second. Let me while I'm talking, I will. Something interesting about Ed Sullivan. When Ed Sullivan was working with Johnny Carson, they actually had to tell Ed Sullivan to tone it down because he was overdoing. He was. No one was paying attention to Johnny, and they were like, Ed, you need to calm down. You just need to settle down because no one's paying attention to Johnny Carson. And he's just like, and then, you know, they kind of had a rivalry for a while where they kind of like were going back and forth, but they found their peak. They became, it was the Johnny Carson show with Ed Sullivan in there as the, kind of like the Conan O'Brien show. And, I believe, I'm a little bit like, Conan O'Brien, and Hamza's like I can't remember what his name is.
Hamza's like Max Weinberg.
I think I'm like, who's that guy's name? He has that talk show. Is his name Jimmy Fallon? And he's got that Mexican guy on there, Guillermo.
Oh, really?
I might be mixing names up here. Jimmy Kimmel. Thank you. Thank you, Sega Camp. Thank you. I think I'm Jimmy Kimmel and Tommy's Guillermo.
Oh, you're funny, Hamza. You're funny. Ha, ha,
ha. Yeah. Well, remember Psych, Tommy?
Oh, yes, Psych. Yes. I remember I said I was Sean, and you were like,
Gus. Burton Guster.
Yeah, Burton Guster. Yeah, I pretty much make up fictional names for you, and you get mad at me, and then you really like candy.
But basically, I've got all the brains in the operation.
Oh, and then I realized, I said, wait a second, I put myself in the stupid role.
You're smarter than you think.
So, okay, let's get on the topics here. Let me think here. What's a good topic, guys, we could talk about? I'm really trying to think of... Oh, by the way, a while back ago, Hamza gave me a gift. It was a Seinfeld board game. Now, interesting story about that Seinfeld board game. Hamza gives me this game, and it didn't come with the cards at first. And I was like, where's the cards to this game? I brought it back to Hamza, and I was just like, here's the box, Hamza. Like, I don't have the... the box. I don't have the cards for it. He's like, okay. So it takes him a whole year till next Christmas to get the cards, purchase them off eBay, and then give it back to me as a gift. Here, Tommy, the cards are in there. Don't lose them.
And guess what, Tommy?
we played it once at Christmas time. It still sits on my dresser over here.
And guess what, Tommy?
What?
I've got yet another missing piece of that game to give you for Christmas this year.
What's that?
You'll know when I give it to you. It's one of the game pieces that you use, one of the characters.
Yeah?
The Chinese food box.
Really? Where did you find that?
It was in a box I unpacked about a week ago.
Really, Hamza?
Yes, Tommy, I tell no lies.
Sometimes you do, Hamza. Your kids can tell us differently.
Well, what are you talking about?
I'm just being funny with you. Ed, you still with us?
I'm here, Tommy. I'm here.
All right, you kind of turned off your camera there for a second. I'm like, what's going on here? Why is he shutting his camera off?
Something private happened.
Oh.
One thing I noticed
about smokers is particularly
I look here in the hangout and my camera is still on, and I don't know what's going on.
But Ed, one thing I'm not trying to poke at this, but I noticed that you are a smoker.
Yes, I am. A long time.
Have you ever thought about, had Holmes ever tell you how he stopped smoking?
He's told me about how he started many times.
Yeah, he told me he used to smoke back in high school, and I'm the one that stopped him from smoking. I took that cigarette right. He handed me a cigarette. I was holding it in my hand like this. I was like, Hamza. He's like, yes. I ripped it. I said, no more smoking.
I've seen you do it to him, Tommy. When I used to be back in North Carolina, I've seen you do it.
You saw me do that?
Yes, I have. At Ingalls.
Yeah, and
I figured when you said Hamza was smoking, I thought it was going to look a little like this.
Hey, what you trying to say, man?
Hamza, a lot of my viewers think you're a pothead. Honestly, some of them think Hamza must smoke some heavy stuff. But honestly, folks, Hamza's just your average man Christian. You know, he takes his kids to church, and he's an honest worker. He's never smoked dope a day in his life, except for when he was young, and he would yell out the window at bike riders, and that he would scare the snot out of people. And that was just when he was younger. But Hamza's never smoked dope since then.
Is that true, Hamza?
Well, one part about it that's true is that, in high school, some of us would, we'd smoke a doobie, man, and then we'd go driving up Highway 9. And if we saw somebody jogging in, this lone stretch of scenery, they thought they were jogging out there with the waterfalls and the deer and the raccoons. And we'd start driving, we'd turn the music down, and we'd roll all our windows down. And then right before we started to pass this pedestrian, we'd be coming from behind him so they couldn't see us. We would all just scream at the top of our lungs, bloody murder, just, ah! And more often than not, the only response we would get is the person jogging would just throw their arms up and scream right back the same exact way. Ah! It was so primal, man. Like, we just connected with these people in this, like, caveman type of dialect, no language to it.
Hamza, what are you wearing?
I think no language required, Hamza.
What's that?
I think no language required.
It's
Right.
like batteries. It's like Batteries Not Included, the movie with the little robots. And I think I told Hamza about that movie, Batteries Not Included.
No, I didn't remember hearing about that because I made up a lie earlier today. I know I said I tell no lies, but everybody knew I was lying. I always feel like it's okay if people know you're lying, like it's just a far-fetched tall tale that has no factual basis. I told Hannah, my girlfriend, and her friend Jordan that I owned and operated a side business to make money, and that what I did was I showed up with a girl to a ex-boyfriend's house, and she would be trying to break up with him, and she would basically point at me and say, I found somebody new, I'm moving on. And I would just basically shrug my shoulders and be like, I look like her new boyfriend, but I'm not really her new boyfriend, they just assume I am. And the whole idea was, my slogan was battery is not included, because if I get beat up like assault and battery, I charge more money to the girl.
Oh, nice.
That's kind of far out, huh?
There, I like that.
Hamza, how are you doing your camera? Are you just holding it in your hand, your web camera?
I tell you one thing, Tommy, it sure isn't being in my hand like a hot dog. I remember you told Eddie not too long ago, I remember you said, just hold your camera out like a hot dog, and I thought, why is he always trying to eat some piece of technology?
Yes, I love food. I love food. Me love food.
You can say that again.
Yeah, but Tommy, why don't you hate macaroni?
Ugh, macaroni is disgusting.
Hey, Tommy.
I like it, Tommy. My mother makes the best macaroni and
Yes,
cheese
ever.
Ever.
Yes, Tom?
Hey, I just wanted to say I'd love some of that macaroni, but also Mr. Rasmus is asking if he can join the hangout. You know who Mr. Rasmus is.
I know who Mr. Rasmus. Not tonight. I'll have you on some other night. Thank you for asking.
I didn't notice that they sent a comment saying that he's wearing a Santa hat like me, so that's pretty cool, Mr. Rasmus. That is pretty awesome.
Yes.
You got a Santa hat.
Mr. Rasmus is always cool, man. He's always cool.
Mr. Rasmus, I saw your picture of your Christmas hat. It was pretty cool, pretty epic. I'll have you on another Tommy Talks as an MC sometime, but not tonight. We're on a flow here, so, knocking the punches, and we're pretty much, the visual is I got Hamza by the neck, and, we're punching Hamza.
Oh gosh, getting beat up here.
I don't know why I do that to Hamza. I always put him in this scenario where Hamza's in the bad situation, and I'm just like, da-da-da. Hamza actually had a dream. Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Just
I
a
had a
second.
dream that, white people and black people would get along, and then we'd all be human beings as one race, but then the cops showed up.
And
Okay, this was the dream. Hamza dreamed that me and him were hanging out, but the cops had messed with Hamza, so I went over and spray painted on the cops' cars. I can't remember what I exactly said, but it said something explicit you are. And so...
No, here,
Yes!
Tommy, you don't have to say yes like that to me.
No, I was talking to my parents. They're jumping on my case for talking too loud.
They're not allowed in the hangout if Rasmus isn't allowed in here.
I agree. But
Tell the parents they can be on next time.
hey, I was thinking, what's an interesting inside fact for anybody that didn't know? Hamza and I used to be roommates, right? Isn't that right, Hamza?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I was an awfully big douche at the time, I think.
Well, I was just thinking, now you're with the Food Dude Review crew, you're getting big, here in Hollywood. I was thinking I should have got your autograph while I could have.
Oh goodness.
Now it's too late.
I feel really bad when I think about the times I used to try to watch a movie in the middle of the night, where you were trying to go to bed, and I'd be like just this jerk that's like, "Fuck you, man, go to sleep."
Hamza, what's the language?
Excuse me.
You know what, Hamza? I'm still the same way, man.
But that's how I am now.
I tried to change, but I haven't.
Tommy's he's telling the truth when he says, when it gets dark, I usually go right to sleep. And what happened at the time when you were living with me, it was really bizarre. I got an insurance settlement because some lady drove into my car, and then, that girl came over, and she was like, "Here, have one of my anti-anxiety pills." And then,
Well,
I
that's
blame it on the girl.
That's okay.
I'm so sorry.
One thing you should know about Hamza is Hamza was in a severe car accident one time where somebody hit Hamza straight on, and it shocked me when he told me this. His kids were in the car; they were little at the time, and Hamza went to the hospital, and they told him, "Here's what we're going to do. We are going to drill into you, Mr. Hamza, and we understand if you are in pain. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this gigantic needle, and we're going to stick it into you, and then we're going to start drilling to get your lungs reversed." And then Hamza says, "What? Excuse me? No. You're not going to drill into me." So Hamza gets up, he leaves, he goes home, and then Hamza wakes up, and he's just like, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe."
It's true, the morphine wore off.
Hamza was fine by that point, but then after the morphine wore off, he was just like,
You know what? And I think that might be what freaked me out so bad in the hospital. I woke up, I was all doped up on morphine, which they didn't tell me. They didn't ask me if I wanted morphine. I woke up, and then they started telling me about, basically treating me like a remote control car and just taking me apart and just rewiring me. And I don't know. I didn't want to be in a Saw movie. But, I wanted to tell you something about that car accident. I hit my head really hard, and I got a traumatic brain injury, and I feel like the next 2 years of my life were almost upside down, just haywire. I tried to make myself be a vegan. That's actually when Ed moved in with me. I think I went crazy to the point that my at the time roommate, a girlfriend of mine, she got scared back into her mom's house, and then Ed moved in with me, and I think it was still a bit of a roller coaster before my life evened out a couple of years later. And I think a lot of that might have had to do with getting in that car accident and hitting my head so hard. And then now I know this guy that has funny colored ties, and he walks around saying Buntini. I still don't know if I'm in a dream or what.
Right, so it hasn't gotten any better, has it?
It hasn't. I hit that windshield, and I told you so.
To be serious, though, that's all just part of growing up too. I think you did
Oh
a
my
good job.
gosh, that's so funny. I hit the windshield, my phone.
Tommy, I wanted to say, I think you got distracted. You were telling about a dream that I had. For some reason, you were telling the story because it's funny, you couldn't remember the details of my dream. But, basically in the dream, we had a place together. You and I were roommates for some reason in, like, Philadelphia somewhere. And, these cops, I don't know, they said turn the music down, so I was upset. But you apparently went outside and spray painted my name on their car. And so they saw my name spray painted on their car, and they came and knocked on the door, and they're like, "Hi, is Hamza here?" And for some reason, you told me to hide when they knocked on the door. So I laid down behind the futon, and instead of just telling them I wasn't there and shutting the door, you said, "Come inside, come inside. I don't think he's here anywhere, and if he was, he definitely wouldn't be back behind any pieces of furniture." And you started walking straight towards the futon with him, and then I could feel them looking at me because everybody's feet were right next to my head where I was laying down. So I jumped out from behind the futon and started trying to choke you to death. And then I woke up realizing I might kill you one day. So
Please, Hamza, spare me mercy. I buy you a nice futon to have in your house, and
then you tell me to hide it from the cops after spray painting my name on their car.
Hamza, I'd have to have my cell phone to do that. You realize that because I wouldn't be able to spell. And the thing is, you said there was a curse word on the car, and I'd have to be searching up Google just to figure out that curse word.
Oh, no, it was spelled wrong. It was spelled wrong. It just said, like, F, and then it said WRD or something, F word. And also, I think you smashed one of their windows. It was a really weird dream, because usually my dreams aren't really chronological like that. They're not usually on the same time-space continuum as a regular day-to-day activity. They're usually just jumpy, flash frame, euphoric experiences of hallucinogenic proportion, but either that or I have no dream at all.
I always joke with Hamza because he has such long hair, and I say, Hamza, you should really get a haircut. You look better with short hair. And I always say one day he's just gonna wake up and I'm gonna shave his head completely.
I liked Mark Hyder's take on that. I think the first time you asked Mark if I should cut my hair, Mark said the long hair is a highly sought-after style, man. A lot of people pay money to have their hair, long. Bald people buy wigs. People take years to grow their hair out. I think part of you is upset because your parents make you cut your hair.
Honestly, it would be interesting to look what it would look like if I grew my hair out. I think that would be pretty interesting.
I got it, Tommy.
Very interesting.
Actually, that'd be interesting. I say you should do it, Tommy.
I got it. You'd be like the guy on Marco Polo. Have you seen Marco Polo?
Never seen Marco Polo.
It's a new thing available on Netflix. If you log in, you'll see there's this Chinese guy of epic proportion, and he looks just like you, man.
I look Asian? You're telling me I look Asian?
If you look up the Marco Polo images, you'll see the guy, and you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm going to try to find one and screen share it.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. But in other subjects, Food Dude Review Crew, we have some exciting news about that. Do you want me to release that information, Hamza?
Yeah, feel free to spill the beans, man.
Okay, this week we're going to have a pizza week, so it means all pizza restaurants in Black Mountain we're going to be diving after. And I'm not going to say what restaurant we're going to start off first, but I'm going to just say, all you have to say is, fresh. That's all I'm going to say.
Is it going to be a different pizza shop in each video, or is it going to be like a lot of pizza places in one video?
Different pizza places in different videos.
Nice.
So we'll have different location shots, and one thing I should say is it's really hard to get these reviews is because these people, you basically have to say, please. Hold on. Oh, let me put myself on the camera for a second just to show you what I'm doing. It's basically you have to get on your knees and say, please, please, let us review you. Please. Here's my card. It's
Clean
free.
that floor, Tommy. Clean that floor.
It's free. Please. 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 It's something like that, but
Well, I actually saw him act like that in real life.
I said I'm in $100 suit and I have to clean the floor. And Anthony's like, clean that floor, clean that floor. Vlogger, of course.
Of course.
A horse.
Of course, of course, a horse, of course, a horse, a horse, of course. Oops,
Yeah.
sorry.
Hey, Tommy, we're kind of late in the show, and I figured, should we look at comments?
Yes, what are the comments? Is there any impressions,
Let me-
questions?
We'll load it up real quick.
Well, I got some comments here. I'm looking
That's
at
what
them
she
right
said.
now. Let me
Alright,
just
let me refresh
put up
the
new
page.
first.
Can you imagine if you couldn't get a girlfriend and you just basically didn't want the old-fashioned blow-up doll, and you were just like, okay, what can I do? It's like, hello, my name is Roger Parlick, and I have
Someone
the
else.
X1.
Someone else out there definitely says they're wearing their Santa hat too.
Yeah, I was telling about that one there, Anthony. Just yeah.
Ha ha ha
That
ha.
was Mr.
Good.
Rasmus telling me that he's wearing a Santa hat like me.
Tommy, one of your videos has over 1 million views. Oh, wait a minute, no. Can I offer some advice to get views? Skippy skip. Nice, no problem. Thanks for the positive comments, dude. Yeah.
Is that it?
Oh, well, Hamza actually has one. Hamza, how old are you?
Yeah,
That's
how
just-
old are you, Hamza?
I'm as old as. Can you guys see my screen share right now?
Just a second.
My God.
Tommy, I need you to get your hair like that, dude.
Oh god, that is
I
funny.
think like him, Hamza. I know. I've seen that.
Come on, man. I'm not talking about the guy on the left, Tommy. You look like the guy on the right.
Oh yes, that definitely does look like Tommy on the right.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, but yeah, I'm 28. I'm coming up on 29. So 29 is going to be my last year in my 20s. So I've got to do everything that I want to do in my life before I turn 30, right?
Yeah.
Oh, before I go on any further, I'll be 26.
Trust me, after 30, Hamza, things start to hurt, and it's downhill after that.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
turning 26.
I'm 32, and it's starting to suck.
Oh, no.
Hamza, here's
all
the
the things you did in your 20s will start hurting.
Oh, no. And I see what you're doing on a Sunday night. I don't want to wind up like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Tommy,
yeah,
you
Hamza, you know what that
listening on
means?
this.
When you
I'm
get,
going to be 26 this December.
Awesome.
December
Hamza, you
22nd.
know what that means?
26.
Coming right
You know what
up.
that means, Hamza? When you hit 30,
What does that mean, Thomas?
it means your balls start sagging.
Oh, I'm early.
Ooh.
Well, here's another comment. Mr. Queef wants to know if Tommy, since you're doing Funktaculous, wants to know if you can isolate your fart sounds, sample it into a rap song, and call it a acoustic gas.
Mr. Queef, I don't see that, Anthony.
No!
That's because I'm only reading the ones before I approve them.
Oh,
No,
goodness.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to record my farting sounds and make Funktaculous into a joke.
Is acoustic a word?
Actually, I think there's a video out there of somebody actually doing that.
I was gonna say, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with sampling these days. I mean, if you put some distortion on it, put a little bit of echo, who knows,
And hey, Eddie.
Wait. What are we talking about?
Yeah, Hamza.
You talking about making sound effects and making music out of it?
Exactly.
Or
A
stuff like
specific
that.
sound
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah.
Like
I,
a-
for,
flatulent sound effect. But I was going to ask Eddie if you remember Al, right? I know you remember Al. He told me one time that every time I beatbox, which, you know, Tommy also does, hey, Tommy, drop a beatbox for 3 seconds, just for anybody that doesn't know.
Intensive Mario unit, Hamza. They actually take the sound effects in
Just
the
a second, just a second,
Mario
please.
Brothers and actually make them and actually take the music and then mix it into the song of an intensive care unit from Renard. Look it up on YouTube. Intensive Mario unit.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Thanks, man. Hey, Tommy, do that beatbox one more time, buddy.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, well, that was great, man. Perfect. Well, Eddie, Al told me one time, because I used to beatbox all the time subconsciously. I think one time a guy actually, he was smoking marijuana, and he gave me a puff of the marijuana. I didn't inhale, just like Bill Clinton, but it made me beatbox profusely for the next hour. And Al told me that
I did not inhale.
he told me that every time I did a bass drum, it sounded like I was saying poop, and every time I did a snare drum, it sounded like I was saying piss. He said everything you beatbox is just poop, piss, poop, 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 piss, poop, piss. But really, I was just going. So now I always feel self-conscious when I do it. I feel like I'm in the bathroom every time I beatbox.
Not only am I very familiar with your beatboxing, but you probably should be self-conscious.
Oh gosh.
Oh, jeez. Well, folks, I just want to say we've reached the end of the show, and this none other than Mr. Sega Camp Gamer, Mr. Mark Hyder, and also Mr. Food Dude Review Crew, and also me as a Food Dude Review Crew, and also Mr. MC himself, Mr. Vlog Montana, which you can check out his vlogs where he goes to Japan. It's going to take a while, but I hope you enjoy them all. And thank you for watching the Tommy NC 2010 show. And go check out Ed's channel.
Eddie Explores. That's right, Eddie Explores.
Go
Eddie
check it
Explores.
out. And as always, I'm not going to hit the button. It basically says stop hanging out. I'm going to hit
He's going to hit that money and tell you so.
That's right.
Wait a minute.
So hit that support button on Tommy's channel and make him hit that money so he can tell you so.
Oh, just a second, folks. Hamza, let me play the song here on Tommy Talks.
Oh, that'd be great.
Before we end the show.
All right.
Is this the first time that the song's been released publicly?
He has it on one of those audio sites, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation is great for up-and-coming artists because you can just upload your songs for free.
I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. No one expected from an old codger like me. Sitting on the side of the street with my buddy doing nothing all day. Something pulled up, you went to go build your prostate. I told you not to leave, but you left anyway. I took out that gun made of silk like John Dillinger, the true bank robber. No one was expecting an old codger like me to rob a paycheck professionally. I had to wait a full 20 years to spend the money, but I told you what, fools. I told you twice. I told you once. I told you. I told you. I told you. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. Pushing up in the air, Cause my tank was HD Volcanculus. I lost everything in my life. Now I got it back, cause I told you, fools, I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. Told you, I told you, I told you, I told you, I told you. I told you, I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that, I hit that, I hit that, I hit that. Now get ready for Mr. MC Hamza.
Hamza, hit that and get that. Just sit back with this jack. This riff rap. She was all that I wanted, but you had the vision. I hardly can see, I'm surprised I'm still living. My heart just attacked me, but hey, it's still dick milk in my prostate when you started tripping. I still can't believe that you hijacked that truck. I need a pacemaker, so throw me some bucks. Let's get some Viagra, Cialis and such. In luck with the bitches, since you got the riches. You know we love money and we love the digits. A perfect equation in your situation. But I can't remember, who are these two Asians? They look so erotic. The fuck I forgot it. This Alzheimer's, old timers, mind is neurotic. This money's mine. Don't mind how I got it, cuz. So I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I hit that money and I told you so. I told you.
Thank you, folks. That was the first time we are advertising that song on. Oopsie, sorry about that, folks.
It always wants to come on again.
So as always, folks, I'm Tommy NC2010. Thank you for watching Tommy Talks. I'm keeping you on the inside. Fact, and you can go check out Funktaculous at Reverb Nation. Go check it. You can download it for free and have it on your iPhone. You can exercise to that song. You can do whatever you want with that song. And don't sell it. The thing is, you cannot sell it because that's all I ask. And you can listen to the song. We appreciate your support.
And Eddie Explores.
And Eddie Explores. And please support my channel. All funds will go to boosting my videos and helping me go places. And the reward for you is helping basically support my YouTube career and helping the quality of the videos here on my channel. And
No,
if
it's
you support
quality,
my
quality,
channel,
quality.
and if you support,
I'm pointing my
here's the thing,
finger at you.
I might start. Here's the thing. I might start doing a Patreon
Hey,
thing like Chris Perillo, and I may start doing stuff like that. But thank you, folks, and keeping you on the inside. Fact.
Happy holidays,
Good evening,
everybody.
folks.